You can't slander me because I will state right now that I am absolutely sexist and I'm absolutely a misogynist. And I have fuck you money and you can't take it away. So I'll say what I want because I'm a realist. And when you're a realist, you're sexist. There's no way you can be rooted in reality and not be sexist.
Hey everybody, guess who went viral today? It was Mr. Andrew Tate. Go figure. So everybody has been putting in their 2 cents, reason being because everybody's chasing the viral moment. So why not? We're going to go in as well. But I was looking for direct, but I ended up coming across somebody else's video of them talking about it. And I was like, there it is, gold. So we're going to react to Miss Pearly. Every once in a while, Pearly says something smart or usable. We'll call it that. She'll say something usable, right? Something possibly, I don't want to say useful. I'll just say usable. There's a saying, even a broken clock is right twice a day. And to me, honestly, that's kind of where Pearly is starting to fall in.
I am in the middle of moving, so this isn't like a super professional video, but I just had to give my 2 cents. So today I just got the news that dangerous misogynist Andrew Tate booted from Instagram and Facebook. Controversial online influencer and self-described misogynist Andrew Tate has been banned.
No, hold on. Let's go back to this part that she just said, because she just said something. I don't know if she caught it. She's reading this article thingy or whatnot. Okay.
Misogynist Andrew Tate. Controversial online influencer and self-described misogynist Andrew Tate has been banned from...
You heard that, self-described. I mean, he calls himself a misogynist. Now remember that. Remember that part. It's going to come in handy.
From Meta platforms, Instagram and Facebook. The former kickboxer and reality TV star was removed for violating Meta policies on dangerous organizations and individuals. The company confirmed by email. Tate first rose to prominence after appearing on TV and the show Big Brother in 2016, where he was removed from the series after the video of him beating a woman outside the show sufficed. I'm pretty sure that was like
Okay, see, look, there was a video of like him in the bed with this girl, and she's like, like half naked, like in like lingerie, and it's like they're like role playing or whatnot. But it's like they both know why they're there, but it's not defined exactly how it's gonna go, but they both have a kind of an idea of that it's a bit hostile, so it's not like it's controlled is the problem. And so of course he goes as far as he possibly can, and it gets to an uncomfortable place, and that's what happened. But she's like, she cut herself off and saying, but wasn't that like and she stopped herself. You know why? Because she don't know what the fuck she's talking about. That's why. She don't know what she's talking about. I know what I'm talking about. She don't know what she's talking about. But we'll proceed.
That's the thing. I'm gonna go back to that. Since then, he has garnered backlash for his posts across social media, which domestic abuse charities have called extreme misogyny. He stated on Twitter in 2017 that women belong in the home and that rape victims bear responsibility.
Now hold up. But a second ago, she just said,
this is the thing. I'm gonna go back to that. Since then, he has garnered backlash for his posts across social media, which domestic abuse charities have called extreme misogyny.
They called it misogyny. Guess who else called it misogyny? Andrew Tate. Just pointing it out.
He stated on Twitter in 2017 that women belong in the home and that rape victims bear responsibilities for their attack. After Twitter permanently banned him from the platform, Tate has grown a following for his advice videos to men. Many of them have sexist territories. On one YouTube video, Tate described himself as an absolute misogynist. He said, "I'm a realist, and when you're a realist, you're sexist. There's no way you can be rooted in reality and not be sexist." In the statement of The Guardian, Tate characterized many of his videos as parody, stating he was playing a comedic character. Internet sensationalism has perpetuated,
honey. It's perpetuated.
The idea
perpetuated. Pearly. Hey, Pearly. It's perpetuated. But proceed.
Idea that anti-Semitic when nothing could be further from the truth, he said, adding that he has donated to charities benefiting women. I am genuinely innocent. Tate was a vocal supporter of former President Donald Trump, has appeared on a number of right-wing podcasts, including shows like InfoWars hosted by Alex Jones. More recently, Tate has become impossible to avoid on social media, and the time of his ban from Meta platforms, he has gained more than 4.7 million followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
TikTok has also banned Tate's official account on their platforms and is working to remove content related to him that violates guidelines. Videos using hashtags related to Tate have been seen more than 12.7 billion times. Misogyny is a hateful ideology that is not tolerated on TikTok. A TikTok spokesperson said, "We've been removing videos and accounts for weeks, and we welcome the new other platforms taking action against this individual." So let's talk. I am a woman, okay? I am not offended in any way by the shit that Andrew Tate says.
You're not offended by anything that Andrew Tate said. Guess what, Pearly? Nobody fucking asked you. Nobody said, the news people didn't come knock on your door and say, hey, we were considering, banning Andrew Tate because of the stuff he's saying. But it's good. It depends on how you feel if you are indeed offended by him. And that's not what happened, Pearly. So nobody gives a shit. You're not offended by anything. You know why? Because these people are paying you. You're being paid to move into you're going to move into your nice penthouse because you are telling people, these guys, you are telling these people what they want to hear. They're getting it from this fucking Casper the Friendly Ghost looking motherfucker. Like this, they'll take it from anybody. Anybody with a vagina, please tell us that we're not wrong and we'll pay you. That's what you're doing. While you hide out in your penthouse, while they all turn on every woman, every girl, every young girl. Because while they keep talking shit about women, they keep targeting young girls. So you, ma'am, I hope it lands right on your head. Like, this shit is not free. I know it feel real free right now. It feel real free. But it ain't.
The reason that society is trying to silence him is because women are pissed off. They're pissed off that...
I thought you were a woman. You sound like you're talking about people other than you. Like people, like you're not one? You're not a woman?
He is telling the truth about women. And he is telling...
What truth is he telling? All he said is that he's a misogynist. He's a self-proclaimed misogynist. And, and to define that word for you, because you defined that word wrong. It's not hating women. It's having an extreme prejudice towards women. So yeah, you're wrong about that too. A lot of shit you don't know. You can't pronounce perpetuate, and you don't know what misogynist is, but you're telling people that they ain't it, even when they told you themselves that they were.
About intersexual dynamics, and he is giving a voice to men that don't feel heard in our society because
they're virgins, and they're not very happy about it. There's always been virgins, Pearly. There's always going to be virgins. Not every guy can get it. It's just what it is. Social media is rampant. There's a lot of corn, on the internet. I'm talking about, the corn, the beat. And they're extremely, corny with the H. They're little hornballs, and they can't get what they want. And they have huge voices because they have platforms. So this is what is happening. And you are making it worse. You're turning these people into these savage little beasts roaming around on the streets while you hide out in your penthouse. We all got to deal. Well, I ain't got to deal with them because I ain't going outside, but every other woman has to deal with them in real life.
We live in a gynocentric social order that caters to women at every single need that they possibly have. Women are bailed out of every bad decision that we make. And Andrew Tate was just bringing light to that.
We're bailed out of every bad decision that we make. How bailed out are you talking about? Like here? Like you're talking about like when they have a baby and then the government helps? I get the feeling that that's the type of shit you're talking about, right? The government isn't changing the baby's goddamn diaper. The baby did not just be produced by the mother's thoughts. So that was men's bad decision as well. You realize this?
That. And the reason they take his shit out of context and try to make him sound like a woman hating, a misogynist is because,
like I said, misogynist does not mean woman hater. It's an extreme prejudice towards women. That's what misogyny is. It's not hate. It's prejudice. It's prejudice. It's not the same fucking thing, Pearly. You say it enough and you start believing it. You clearly been saying it for years, so you're convinced that that's what it means, but it doesn't. So stop throwing it in quotes. Definitely don't throw it in quotes when it's inaccurate, Pearly. Quotes means exactly. That when you put things in quotes, it means precisely, exactly, in this way. that's not even the right freaking word, not the right answer, and you gonna throw it into quotes. Why are y'all listening to this? Proceed, Casper. Proceed.
They don't like that he's bringing reality to the forefront and taking power away from women by telling the truth about our nature. Women
Look at her. She knows she full of shit too. I'm gonna get on this part. The worst part about this chick is that she know. There's people out there who are just like, they just don't know. You know what I mean? Like when I first started out, like me trying to give advice and stuff to guys, it was because, like, for one thing, I didn't know that all this weird shit was going on, and that the whole purpose was more so them wanting to become predators. Now once I figured that out, I jumped ship. I'm like, hey, fuck that shit. I would not be participating in creating more predators. Okay, because they're not going to get. They're not going to go from being those people who were never going to get it to all of a sudden getting it because they're being rude assholes. That's not how that works. What they're going to do is not all of them, but a good, nice portion, enough of them are going to turn into predators who are out in the streets trying to take it. And that's what you're participating in. That's what you're perpetuating. There's that word you don't know. That's what you're perpetuating, Pearly. Okay? By pretending to not know that clearly this particular, of course, just like anybody else, just like a broken clock is right at least twice a day. A broken clock is correct, as is Andrew Tate. I've heard him say many times he said things and I've been like, wow, that's some real shit. But I've also heard him say some stuff and I've also heard him say out loud that it's all just a persona. So you backing up his persona. That part. It's that part, Pearly. You are backing up his persona. You're like, yeah, he's right. All he's telling is the truth. But he's back there saying, now that he done got canceled off of Facebook, which who cares about Facebook? Like, I wouldn't even know if I got canceled off of Facebook. If I got blocked off of, like, if they shut my Facebook page down, I wouldn't know for years. I wouldn't know 12 years later somebody would be like, hey, did you ever have Facebook? I thought you used to have Facebook. And they'll be like, yes, I had Facebook. Like, yeah, you just disappeared about a decade ago. I'm like, word? Who cares about that? But he folded. It's that little, all they took was his Facebook and Instagram. And he folded like a little baby boy. Oh, this was just a persona. It's not like, it was just like acting. It's like, and now here you are having obviously not heard his, you clearly haven't heard his explanation, but you're defending his persona, Pearly. It's like, oh my God, Pearly. He already debunked his own self. Shut up. What are you talking about?
women are bailed out of every bad decision that we make. If we sleep around, what happens? We have birth control and we end up homeless. There's women.
It's so funny. We get pregnant and then suddenly the man it doesn't exist anymore. It's like, I was being fast. With who? Bitch, with who? Like, who was over here without a condom? Like, where did he go? Like he get to come in and make the bad decision, right? That we get bailed out of, apparently, even though we the ones stuck with the baby, but we get bailed out. Don't get cornered in an alley, honeypot, because I ain't gonna feel bad for you at all. That shit is not cute. Karma is watching. Karen is watching. Okay.
In shelters. Like, we are always bailed out of bad decisions. And when Tate was coming to the forefront and telling men that it is okay to have standards, you don't have to date fat women, you don't have to date old women, and you don't have to date single mothers.
And why do you think guys didn't know that already? Do you think that the guys were dating single mothers and fat chicks because they thought they had to? I have never met a guy who dated a girl because he thought he had to before. Have you ever seen that? I haven't seen it. I know some that have screwed some because, with slim pickings end of the night, they didn't land the one they bought all the drinks for. And so they just grabbed whoever was hanging outside the door on the way out. Yes, heard that. But yeah, no, not dating, no. Oh, look what I had to wife this one up, Mom. I'm going to bring her home to you. This is the one I had to have. I had no other choice.
And I don't take those women seriously, and you don't have to either.
I don't take you seriously, Casper. I don't see why we should have to listen to somebody so unattractive. Why should I have to? I feel like I shouldn't have to listen to people who are so unattractive, like who look like a ghost and are all so pink and have no top lip. I don't see why I should have to listen to this. I mean, you know, Andrew Tate told me that I don't have to listen to you, woman, because you're not attractive. Pearly, he said I don't have to listen to you because you're not attractive. So shut up.
Men are allowed to have standards, ladies. I'm sorry.
I am too. I'm not sorry. What does that have to do with the price of tea in China, Pearly? What are you talking about? I'm sorry, ladies. I have to repeat all the things, those things that the guys keep paying me to say. I gotta keep just throwing them in the middle of my statements because it's gonna pay for my penthouse.
Look, I'm 25, and Andrew Tate said I'm too old to date. After 20, I'm about to turn 26. Look, got 3 more months, and that's okay. That's okay. It's not.
Okay. Let me get serious for a second here because I'm doing a whole lot of jokey joke. Now, with that train of thought, dumbass 25-year-old, so because you say that you agree with Andrew Tate and that he's right and everything he's saying is correct and so on and so forth, as so you also did with Kevin Samuels and anyone else who is part of this thing where these people are throwing money down your throat for. We all know how this works, Melanie. If only I had the will to sell out as these people do. I just can't do it. I hate the world as it is. I can't see myself trying to make it worse by contributing to delinquency. That's what this is. This is contributing to delinquency. There's a lane for this. You're not in that lane. You're doing something else. I recognize what you're doing because you're doing it the same exact formula. You're not even changing it up. You're doing the same formula. Same formula. Just in a pale, ghostly white skin. That's it. So because Andrew Tate said so, then 25 is officially the age that is too old to, or 26 is too old to date or to be married or to whatever the fuck Tate said. If he said you can't do laundry on Wednesdays, hey, look, shoot, should have did my laundry yesterday. Now, what exactly qualified his opinion as being the correct one? There's plenty of people out there talking and with opinions about these things. It's funny that of the particular one that you're going along with, no matter what, even when it contradicts what even the person whom you are defending said, he calls himself a misogynist.
You can't slander me because I will state right now that I am absolutely sexist and I'm absolutely a misogynist. And I have fuck you money and you can't take it away. So I'll say what I want because I'm a realist. And when you're a realist, you're sexist. There's no way you can be rooted in reality and not be sexist.
You said it yourself. You read it, Casper. You read it. Self-proclaimed misogynist. And just to reiterate, it's not hating women. Okay. If you look it up, just you want to listen to a man. I know a man that you should listen to. Pearly, I know a man that you should listen to. His name is Webster. Last name dictionary, okay? Misogynist does not hate women. A misogynist is a misogynistic is an extreme prejudice to women. Okay? That's what misogynistic is. Okay? Not hate. It's not hate, okay?
Not misogynistic. It's not hate speech. It doesn't mean that they hate women. The world is harsh. And women don't want men to know about what are real prices because they're trying to sell a used car for new prices and men aren't
and this is the problem too. Women. You keep saying women. Just you're not saying some women. You're not listing a certain type of women. You're just saying women. And this is where the problem is because in actuality, you're talking about me and anybody who's listening to this that feels like I'm going in too hard. Actually, because of the way she's wording what she's wording, because she don't know no better than to do so, she's talking about me. So I have the right to call her whatever the fuck I want to call her at this time because she's on here. Technically, she's talking about me. So I can talk about Casper however I want to. If she ain't gonna specify who the fuck she's talking about when she says women, she's talking about me and my daughter. So expect for me to go all the way the fuck in. Okay?
Having it anymore. They're seeing the forest through the trees. And this shit about hate speech is literally just their way of trying to silence men. And it's not gonna work because
no, it's not. It's not silence men. It's not. It's to get them to stop talking to us.
Women like me speaking out that aren't with this shit. There's more. When you, what do they say? When you,
what did Kevin say?
You try to cut one head off, like two grow. It's not going to work.
Oh, she don't know what that's called either. She don't know.
and he's showing the world for what it is. And the other thing is they take so much shit out of context. Like they were trying to say,
here we go.
The video of him abusing a girl was I'm not into that kind of stuff, you know, in bed, but that's to each his own. And the girl came forward and said that, yeah, we were just playing around. That wasn't like low-key, I like that shit. And now you're going to take that out of context, even though she came forward and said that. I'm a woman. Andrew Tate is not sexist. There is some shit he does I don't really agree with. He had a party where he invited all of his girlfriends together. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't really want to have a family where the dude is...
Yeah, you wouldn't be invited to that because remember what he said? You're not pretty. You're not pretty, and so he would never choose you for that. Like, you would never be chosen for something like that. They choose pretty girls, remember? Remember what you said? I heard it in your other interview. You're 5, remember? You said you were 5. So you don't do that, not because you don't do that. You don't do that because you can't do that, Pearly. You can't. No one's gonna choose you as if there's a selection of girls to have, you know, like a super situation with. You're not being picked out of the lot, honey pot. They're not gonna ruin that moment by bringing a ghost in the room. Ain't nobody inviting the poltergeist, Pearly. I'm gonna start calling you Pearly the poltergeist. She damn sure look like a ghost. So that's what I'm saying.
Cheating all the time. But the man has worked his whole life to earn the right to do that. And if he wants to do that, that's fine. It's not misogynistic. It doesn't mean he hates women.
Oh God, and there it is. And there it is again. She keeps saying this thing. They just say it. They just say the thing over and over again, and it just becomes true to them because they keep saying it. It's not misogynistic. He's not misogynistic. He doesn't hate women. Okay, let's correct that one more good time. He is misogynistic. He said so himself. He gladly says it. No one asks him. He says that he's misogynistic. Pearly, it doesn't mean that he hates women. Misogynistic does not mean hates women. It means extreme prejudice toward women, not hate. Okay, so you're somewhere caught in between either bold-faced fucking lying because you know better or stupid because you don't know. All right, I'll be kind and call it ignorant. Okay, I'll call it ignorant because you don't know. You're being very ignorant right now, and stupid too because he said he calls himself misogynistic. So you're now, I guess that's the only disagreement that you have with Andrew Tate is that he calls himself a misogynist and you say that he's not one. And guess who knows Andrew better? You or him? Him.
It means that he is a powerful man that wants to do what he wants to do. And the women want to do it too. So who cares?
You got to be careful what you out here telling guys out loud what you think is okay to do because they heard your voice say it. They saw your face and your mouth making the words. You might end up being the person that they target. Like, oh, well, she's okay with that kind of stuff, remember? Maybe we just get her. She won't tell on us. She won't turn us in. But I want to be careful.
Who cares? It's not misogynistic. He doesn't hate women.
Ugh, this chick, she'll defend anything. This is the thing. This is the problem with this stuff. It's like, guys, please understand. I'm not trying to steal away your little advocate. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be like, nobody should be advocating for these people. I don't even hate Andrew Tate. Every once in a while, he says some high frequency shit. I won't fucking lie. But he is a geek. That's the thing is like, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's hard for other people to identify these things, but he is a geek. He is a geek. This bitch is just going to defend even your acting. Like you done already said that's a persona. I'm pretending, man. And she's on here defending it, saying that, yeah, no, she gonna get you caught up in court. If she decided to come and try to bear witness, be a witness for you in court, she would have you locked up. Because while you telling the judge, no, I don't do that stuff. I was just saying it. It was just a persona. She gonna come and be like, no, that's who he is and it's okay. You ain't never gonna get your Facebook back with this chick walking around defending your persona, like telling the world that it's real. You better check her. I'ma cut it out there, y'all. I just can't wait till this whole bubble bursts, and then y'all gotta get back to having regular jobs. Like the rest of us, you gotta get a regular job, have a personality, or just be Casper the Friendly fucking ghost all your life, poltergeisting people's houses, okay? But I stand on all my shit. There's a difference between me and you, Pearly. In 10 years, when somebody come back to me, look at all my videos, anything that I said at any time, guess what? I'm gonna defend that shit in the court of motherfucking law. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, As I said that, you want to know why I said it? Want to know why I think it? Because if I said it, I thought it. If I said it, I thought it, I meant it. Want to know why I mean it? Here you go. I don't say shit that I don't mean. I don't say things to make people happy either. This is what you're doing. You're just saying stuff to make these people, to feed the ego of these people who are going to be preying on all of us. Just give it a few minutes and they be preying on all of us, putting every girl in danger. Heaven forbid you have a daughter one day, because that's going to count her too. Especially with her being in the spotlight, because her mother used to say all these things justifying the behavior of these dudes. Good luck with that. I love y'all. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.